Hi everyone, welcome back to another Cut Above with Chris, and this one has been a long time coming. It's been a while now. As you can see, I've got a good bit of a beard going on. The beard isn't coming off yet. I'm actually quite enjoying it, so I'm actually going to be reviewing some beard products as well as I go along. But other than that, let's get stuck into the shave. Head shave followed by a face shave. I will put the time the face shave starts so that you can skip if you want to watch the face shave, but the face shave will be this section here and this section here, and that'll be it. I've been quite unwell for the past few days, so you just have to bear with me. This could be a long video, it could be a short video, I've got no idea. But I am going to be using an amazing soap, Margaritas in the Arctic, from Stirling Soap Company, from the States, and absolutely beautiful. Smells like a fruit pastel ice lolly. It's got really good whack of lime, which is the sort of main scent from it, but there's a little bit more going on in there, but it is a very citrusy, very mentholated soap. The brush for today will be this, which is my Envy Shave Abalone brush, the abalone being encased in the clear resin down here. As you can see there, Envy, absolutely stunning. Now this camera won't show you just how nice this brush is because it doesn't focus, unfortunately. Now you'll have to bear with me with the lighting as well. I've got every single light in the bathroom on, so it's the brightest room in the house by a long shot. And let's go straight in here. Now this has got a 25mm Black Wolf knot. I'm back to work tomorrow, so I'm pretty much fully recovered. The wife came and gave me a hand today cleaning some windows, and then we came back, we cleaned all the windows in our house, and then cleaned all the cars, the van and everything. So spent a bit of time today, albeit cleaning, but it's nice just to spend time together, whether you're cleaning or not. Now, I apologise about the noise in the background. The wife is watching the Great British Bake Off. She absolutely loves it. Brush is loaded, so went ahead. Fucking hell. Right, I was going to use some Furball. Do you know what? No, I'm not putting it on now, it's too late. Let's just start painting the load on. Just at the tips. Now I am using the Omni Shaver, so this is the first time using the Omni Shaver with a soap, I think. I don't think I've used it with a soap yet. I do apologise about this coughing and spluttering and all that shit. 5 days growth today, so Friday was the last time I shaved my head. It's now Wednesday. Right, now this is really thick. I'm going to leave it like that because I'm looking for the slickness. So what I have to do first is just tidy up around my ear, because the Omni Shaver is not the best at doing round the ears. So using the above the tie, and I've got a Wilkinson Sword vintage blade in here. Now this blade has been in this razor for absolutely ages. Now granted, it's not getting the same sort of use it was when I first started using it, because I was using this primarily as my everyday head shaving razor. The residual slickness. Not even just the residual slickness, but the slickness on Stirling is beautiful. Right, so that is the round the ears done, as you can see, right round there. Now that, right now, is BBS. So, let's pick up the Omni shaver, which looks like that. Now this is pretty much, whoa, you can't see that. That's far too bright. Can we see it there? There you go, Omni shaver. Pretty much, it looks like it's been made with a 3D printer, and it's very basic. Doesn't look like there's much to it. As you can see, there's 2 cartridges on there, each with 5 blades. One set of blades points, pretty much as you can see, there's little arrows. There's arrows on the edge here, pointing that way and that way. So there's a set of blades pointing from this side to that side, and this side to that side. And it shaves all directions. Now I've used this on 13 days growth, and it chewed through it like no one's business. So this is with 5 days, so let's just see how she goes. But you have to bear in mind that this is now the 11th shave on this razor. So as you can see there, you probably can't, but if you can see, it looks like it's all clogged up. Now, literally, it's not clogged up, I can still shave with this, it's just to show you how easy this doesn't clog. I've got 5 days growth, I'm just rinsing it in the water, quick shake off, and that's crystal clear again. Like nothing in the blades, it's amazing. I don't know how they managed to come up with this idea. I don't know how it hasn't been invented before, or whether it has. I'm really not sure. But at this stage, it's the best head shaving tool that I've used. It surpasses the head blade, and it surpasses any double-edged razor, straight razor, chevette. I haven't used a straight razor or chevette. I don't care who you are, you can't get as comfortable easy shaves as this with no thought process whatsoever. With a set of blades that clean out crystal clear every time. And my sink is absolutely chock-a-block full of hair right now, as you can imagine, with 5 days growth. In terms of what's on my head, there is not a whole heap left. Now, as with all razors, you have to be careful with it. I have took a chunk once with this razor, and it was just through just becoming too comfortable with it, if I'm honest. It's not going to be everyone's cup of tea, let's be honest. There are purists out there who just will not use a cartridge razor. There are people out there that don't want to use plastic because it's against their sort of save the world goals. However, I will say one thing about this razor. Even for those out there, the greenies and the people that are... Now I'm one of them, I do my best to try and steer clear of plastic. Obviously, it's hard to do that with a razor, with a shaving brush. But I like to think that shaving brushes will outlive me, outlast my sons, and go into different homes eventually, beyond my family possibly, over the years. Yes, this takes a little bit longer for me just to get that BBS, but I just like it to be silky smooth. I don't like any hair left over if I can help it. Nope, doesn't do much better than that. It really doesn't. Just going to rinse out the sink. Rinse off the razor, rinse off my head. Oh yes. Right, let's fill the sink back up. Well, not fill it back up, but put more water back in the sink. Now as you can see while that's filling, that razor is crystal clear again. Like absolutely spotless. There's nothing, not a hair in it at all that I can see. It is absolutely spotless. Such a well designed razor. It works so well. Post shave feeling Stirling is absolutely spot on as usual. Just want to even up my sides if I can. That's better. Right. Wet the face and neck. Alright, and we're back. The kids have just knocked on a door and we're looking for some votes from anyone that watches the video. So there's three pictures here that the kids have drawn and they're looking to see who's the better drawer out of the three. So I've got Millie, who's the oldest, Mitchell, who's the middle kid, and Max is the youngest, at 13, 10 and 8. And there's number one. Now these are pictures of dogs. Number one is there. Don't know what the fuck this has got to do with shaving. Number two. And number three. So chuck your comment down below. Just stick a number on there if you do comment anyway, stick a number on there. And whatever kid wins. I don't know what they're going to win if they win, I've got no idea. Anyway, let's wet my face again. I don't know if you've noticed, but I have switched to the rear facing camera, so now we can see things in high definition and in focus. Brilliant. So here we go with the Stirling margaritas in the Arctic. Just dip the tips. I thought I might have to revisit the soap again because it has been sat there for so long, but I think it'll be okay. I know it's not my usual voluminous standards. menthol, feels great. Now the weather over here, to be honest, hasn't been getting much better. It's better, but it's not much better. Right, the cut off Christopher Bradley razor, which is all brass, CNC machined, beautifully built, and I've got, can't remember what blade I popped in here, I think it's the Aussie spoiler. It is the Australian spoiler, and I've got, as you can see on there, with all them dots. So this is 2, 4, 6, 8, this is the 11th shave, and the Gillette behind me, it's the Gillette Super Stainless made in Australia. It's hanging up on my door, and here we go. So likewise, 5 days growth. Right, let's just rinse it off and have a look. It does actually become harder as your beard grows to keep it straight. Right. I don't even know if any of this is on the freaking camera, if I'm honest. Right. inside the brush. This shave's been a little bit off, so I do apologise. I'm still not feeling 100%. Rinse off the soap. Right, and I'm going to finish off now, before I go through everything, with a good splash of the Moyle Grooming Franken Lime to go with that beautiful lime scent from the margaritas in the Arctic. So 1, 2, 3 splashes for the face. Oh yes. Well, that's the first time I've used that and had absolutely zero burn whatsoever. So, and then 1, 2, 3 splashes for the coconut. And for me, it just doesn't come much better than that altogether. Pretty much flawless shave with amazing mentholated products and hardware to die for. It really does not get much better than that. And obviously the 3 pictures my kids did, which are shocking, to say the least. Right. It's for bragging rights. Right, so margaritas in the Arctic was what I used for the head and the face shave from Stirling. 5.8 ounces of soap. It smells incredible, it's slick, it's protective, it's cushiony, it lathers easy, it loads easy. It is a really high performing, high quality, high scented, brilliant soap. Really good stuff. The first razor that I used on my head was the above the tie, so hopefully you can sort of see the blue there. Now this is the R1 Calypso, and there's a vintage Wilkinson sword blade in there. It's a very smooth, very efficient razor. I find it better for my head shaves than I do for face shaves, but that's just the way it is for me. The brush that I used for both head and face today was the Envy Shave Abalone brush, which for me, there's not many better or nicer looking brushes. It smells great now as well. I then conducted the whole head shave pretty much from start to finish with this. Now this is the Omni shaver. It is 3D machined on a 3D printer, I believe. There will be a metal version coming out, but it's got, as you can see there, look how clear those blades are. Now I've used that for 5 days growth, I've used it for 13 days growth. That was the 11th shave on this razor, and it felt superb, super smooth, super efficient. It doesn't feel like it's getting any rougher. Now 11 shaves on one cartridge is pretty damn good in my opinion. Not many cartridges will go that far. This feels so far like it's going to give me another 10. It might give me more than that. We shall see. I then moved on to the face shave. Same brush, same shame shop, and I used the Karve Christopher Bradley razor, which is absolutely stunning. Now this one has got the 3-inch handle, which is my favourite sort of length handle, but the 3.5 inch that I have, which was kindly sent to me from Chris Kirchin over at Karve as a thank you. I do really enjoy that razor as well, but I prefer this little 3-inch handle. I think 3-inch handle for me is the way forward. It's, you know, it's like my manhood. It doesn't need to be 3.5 inches. 3 inches is plenty. And I've got a 11th use on an Australian Gillette Super Stainless, or the Gillette spoiler, Aussie style, and it was superb. And we finished off with Moyle Grooming Franken Lime Frosted, which has got the menthol in there. And let me tell you, my face is ice cold and my head is ice cold with this splash. It's got the most spot on amount of menthol without it feeling like it burns. It just goes cold and it stays cold. It is spot on, and the properties of the actual aftershave splash themselves is just off the charts, superb. That's not sticky, it's not greasy, it's not oily, it feels absolutely amazing. My neck really doesn't look much better than that generally. That's probably the best it's looked after a shave, if I'm honest. I think the 5 days growth has allowed my skin to heal nicely. The beard, it's not everyone's cup of tea. I'm enjoying it, the wife even is sort of enjoying it, which is nice. Just something a bit different for a change. Luckily I can still shave the coconut to keep my OCD going for shaving, but other than that, you guys stay safe, drive safe, don't drink and drive. Pop your comments down below, and 1, 2 and 3 for your choice of picture from today's shave, and I'll catch you guys next time. Cheers.